Kelly dropped this off, huh?
It stands tomorrow.
Nothing like making the headlines in your own newspaper. And with all the taste and restraint that the Sun is famous for.
You guys at the Banner can have all the restraint you want. And of course, a third of our total circulation.
It would appear that time in a coma hasn't really mellowed him.
Not at all.
Like you guys had wanted to.
I am just very, very grateful that you're okay.
Not as much as I am, trust me. Okay. Go work on your own headline. Oh, and don't forget the name of the gunman. Tomas Delgado. T-O-M-A-S.
We do actually employ a copy editor, and I think I might just wait for official charges to be pressed before I put the man's name in the paper.
Then you're going to miss the story again, because they're going to nail this guy, don't worry.
When it comes to you, darling, I always worry.
God. Thought she'd never leave.
Dad, be nice. You know Aunt Vicky loves you.
Maybe. But now I got you all to myself. All right, let's hear it.
Hear what?
What's been going on with you since I've been dead to the world?
How's the promotion going for tomorrow's broadcast? Good, because I intend to beat Phyllis Rose to the punch. Blanca Morales is gonna tell the world who really killed Eddie Ford. No, Miss Evans never called me back, so I guess we're gonna have to go with Nora Buchanan.
What did you say?
Destiny.
What do you think you're doing?
Hang on a sec. Sweetie, I'm gonna call with my producer.
Look, I don't care. I told you Nora Buchanan didn't do it.
Really? Then I suggest you help me figure out who did.
Do you think there's any truth to it?
There's no way. There can't be.
What's going on?
Well, Access Landview just reported that Clint had a heart attack.
Yeah, but that's not possible, right? I mean, you would know.
And if you knew, you would have told us. Right?
I did know. I just kept it to myself.
We need to discuss your prognosis.
No discussion necessary.
Mr. Buchanan, do you understand what we discussed?
I'm sorry, Charlie. I should have left you a message, but I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd go out and run a few errands.
What is that? Don't recognize the sound of your own hiss? How? Your buddy Clint is not as stupid as you are. He taped your little conversation, didn't he? Remember Clint? The other husband you tried to steal from Vicky? He told me he wouldn't tell anyone that I knew the truth. And he'd never give that to you. Never said he did. Point is, I got it.
No. I don't know what kept me awake. Maybe it was too much caffeine. No, I don't have anything on my mind.
Oh, Vicky, thank heaven you're here. Oh, wait. You are here. This is you, correct?
Yes. Nikki's reappearance was mercifully brief, despite what you may have heard on Access Landview.
Oh, I do not have to rely on sleazoid television. Oh, no, I had an encounter of the most unpleasant kind with Nikki. Well, of course, I thought I was talking to you, but since what I was saying is of the utmost importance and urgency, oh, dear, this is what I was afraid of. You don't remember any of it, do you?
Bobby, please. Can you hear me? Oh, thank God. Okay. Are you okay? What happened? Can you tell me? Can you say something, please?
I'm okay.
Oh, God. What happened? Who did this? Look at me. Tell me who did this to you.
I need to go somewhere no one will find me. You have to help me. I'm in trouble.
Tess, what the hell happened? What are you talking about?
Ford! I think I killed him.
whacked him in the head hard, and then he fell, and he wasn't really moving.
Was he breathing, or?
I don't know. I had to get out of there. I didn't have time to check.
Why'd you hit him?
I had to stop him.
From what? What was he gonna do?
This will make it feel better.
Ooh, no. Too cold.
Yeah,
Too cold.
well, you need it. It'll keep the swelling down.
I'm sick of getting hit.
Do you think you can stand up? Because if you can stand up, then I can drive you to the hospital.
Okay. No hospital. What did you do? What?
I called the police.
The police?
He's right over there. Just go easy. He just came to a few minutes ago.
Right. What happened? Nothing. She shouldn't have called you. I'm fine.
You're not fine. Someone tried to kill you.
Who? Forget it. I'm okay.
All right, well, if you're not going to tell him, I'm going to tell him. It was his so-called wife.
Tess? What happened, Ford? Why did she attack you? I was gonna have her committed. Finally. I was on the phone with St. Anne's, and next thing I know, I'm out on the ground, out cold, and my mother is waking me up.
So where's Tess now?
Your guess is as good as mine.
He was about to have me committed. I mean, he was dialing the number. What was I supposed to do? I hit him.
You really think you killed the guy?
Well, if I didn't, then he's gonna come find me, and I can't have that cutter. I can't have him put me away.
Would you rather have him throw you in prison?
Well, that's why I came here, okay? You have to make sure no one finds me. You have to help me.
How am I gonna help you track down a killer? I'm not a cop.
I know, but your friend's father is.
You mean Matthew?
I gave you my card. I thought you said you were gonna talk to him and get back to me.
No. You said that.
Whatever. The point is, Matthew's mother had an opportunity and motive to kill Eddie.
But she didn't do it.
You have no proof she's innocent.
You have no proof she's guilty.
Then let's get together, compare notes, and see what we come up with.
But I don't know anything.
You know more than you think. You've been close with Matthew and his folks for a long time. So can we just talk woman to woman? Even if we don't find the killer, at least I'll get to know you better.
Why would you want to get to know me?
Anybody who gets in my face the way you did just now, you are going places, girlfriend. So let's get down to business.
Okay. Where do we start?
Wait, you mean to tell me Uncle Clint really had a heart attack?
Wait, how did you find out?
Brody told me.
And you didn't think we needed to know?
After everything that he's done to us, what's the point?
Okay, did Brody say how serious it was?
Does it matter?
Dad, he's in intensive care. He wouldn't be there unless it was... Dad, could Uncle Clint die?
Doc, I heard what you said. Every word.
Then do you understand what you need to do?
No, I'll be back soon, okay? I love you, Chuckles. Please, please, please don't let me lose him.
Doc, I know what to do, all right? Now just leave me in peace.
I'm just not sure you grasp the...
I have company, so would you be so kind as to leave us alone?
I'll stop by later.
My. How are you feeling?
Clearly, you've never had a heart attack or you wouldn't be asking such questions. But for the record, it's like being run over by an 18-wheeler.
Well, I guess it's your punishment.
For what?
You remember that message you left me? Swearing that you'd never tell Vicky that I lied to Charlie?
What about it?
I got a little visit from Nikki Smith, and she played me a recording of me begging you not to tell Charlie that I knew that Rex wasn't his son. Where did she get it, Clint? From you?
Dorian, I'm not aware of anything that Nikki says or does when she's in control, okay?
What is the last thing that you do remember?
Tess coming to the house, and she said really vicious things to me, and I couldn't even seem to defend myself. You know, Charlie had just told me he was leaving me for Echo, and I guess that's it when Nikki took control.
I am so sorry. Really. I was hoping this could be avoided, but the minute I saw Echo wearing that watch...
What watch?
Charlie's watch, of course. I recognized it. Of course, I slammed into her, I lit into him. You'd have been proud of me.
When was this?
Weeks ago.
Weeks ago? Mm-hmm. Weeks? You knew that Charlie was sleeping with Echo weeks ago?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
We all took turns. Danny, even though she had school, was here every single day, and Nate came with her. He was super supportive. Mom came a lot too, and sometimes she brought Jack and Sam.
Yeah, I talked to them on the phone. They were awfully quiet. Is everything okay?
Mom will fill you in with that. They were mostly just really worried about you. We all were. But we all helped each other get through it.
So, you failed to mention one person. Unless you got wise and dumped him.
If you're talking about James, I didn't think that you'd want to hear about him.
Why'd you guys do things I don't want to hear about?
We didn't do anything.
Out of respect for me.
Yeah.
Seriously?
No, we had a lot going on.
Like what?
Like his ex-girlfriend coming into town from Ohio.
Ooh, what does she want?
Him, I think.
What you gonna do about it?
So Dina is staying in Landview to save enough money for that lawyer back in Dayton.
And this lawyer's gonna help her find her birth mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to save money in Landview because...
James.
Right.
But I can't tell her where to live, Dad, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Got a couple ideas.
Here's what my sources at the PD said. When the charges didn't stick against Clint Buchanan, Bo and his wife practically dropped the whole case. Only one reason for that, honey. They're protecting someone.
Not Mrs. B. That's all I know.
Maybe your boyfriend knows more.
I don't have a boyfriend.
What do you call Mr. Matthew Buchanan?
A friend?
A friend you locked lips with.
I told you why that happened. He was going through a really rough time and he needed someone to reach out to.
What was he feeling so bad about?
Stuff with his parents.
But the way you tell it, it's like his parents were perfect. What'd they do?
He thought... Matthew thought they were having some problems.
Marital problems?
He thought they were cheating on each other.
Bo and Nora Buchanan? No way.
I know, it's crazy, right? For a while, Matthew thought his mom was hooking up with Eddie Ford.
Shut up!
Is he gonna die? I don't know. Clint he might make it, he might not.
Well, he has to. I know everything he's done, but still, when I needed help, he was there for me.
He made everything worse.
No, Dad. I thought I was going to get arrested that night, but Uncle Clint made sure that didn't happen. He took care of everything.
You wouldn't have picked up that gun in the first place if he hadn't lied to you about your mom and me.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't want to talk about this anymore, Matthew. He kidnapped your mom, he set me up, and he stuck you right in the middle. I won't forgive him for that. And neither should you.
Bobby, please.
Hey, you can see for yourself, I'm fine. Go to bed, get some rest.
I still think that you should go see a doctor. Maybe you can convince him to go.
I'll see what I can do. And I don't need any cops, either. And I don't need you wasting my time. You're lucky Tess didn't kill you. Oh, if she had it, you'd have no one to blame but yourself. Tess wouldn't even be back if you hadn't brought her back. Throwing everything in Jessica's face. I didn't give her this disease. No, you're just playing it for everything it's worth. Now Jessica might never come back. Did you ever think about that? She's somewhere inside Tess, missing her children, grieving for the life you stole from her.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll help you, Tess, but you have to tell me, why was Ford getting ready to commit you?
Because he made a deal with your girlfriend and her hubby.
What kind of deal?
Well, Aubrey and Joey said that if he put me in a rubber room, then they'd give him back his baby.
So you're the bargaining chip.
Yeah.
All Ford cares about is that kid, and all Joey cares about is getting me out of the way so he can have his precious Jessica back so she can bore everyone to death.
And all Aubrey cares about is whatever Joey cares
You know, when she got all Stepford wife in that courtroom, I should have said something. I could have said that she's so into family that she's banging some guy she says is her brother.
Yeah, well, hell with Aubrey. All right, what about you? If you really did kill Ford, then it might be a while before anyone discovers the body.
Oh, don't say the body.
How do you care? Ford's a jerk.
I know, but he just looked so pathetic when they were taking away his baby.
No, you're not calling him. Don't tell me
Look,
you're calling
I
him.
just
What do you care if he
need to
lived or
know
died?
what's going on, okay? That's all.
These ideas you have for getting rid of Tina, are they legal?
As legal as it gets. Your stepmom's a lawyer, remember that. So why should this chick waste her money on some ambulance chase from Dayton when she can get Taya to help her find her birth mother?
You would ask Taya to do that?
Well, for you, I'd do anything.
Even if it involved James?
Well, it's true I don't like James, but you do. So I guess I'll bite the bullet. It's not like it would be the first time. What? How does that look?
I just don't know what to say.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Must be this whole near-death experience thing. You better take advantage of it before it wears off.
You're right, Brody. I wasn't thinking about Jessica. I was thinking about my kid. The kid you were ready to cheat out of knowing his own father. You wanted to stop me from seeing him. You think that's fair?
Don't talk to me about fair.
You have a kid. You have Liam. Now, what if someone tried to keep you from him? What if one day John McBain just decided that he wanted to be the kid's only father? Wouldn't you do everything you could to stop him? Of course you would. You wouldn't let anybody keep you from your son. Where the hell are you?
You're alive.
Yes, I'm alive. No thanks to you, bitch.
Where is she?
Who was that? Was that Brody? You called the cops? I should have known.
You happy now?
Yeah, it serves me right for caring. I should have killed that bastard.
So what now?
Now this.
I had to figure out where she is. What do you care? Because she needs to be with people that know her. People that can keep her from hurting herself. People that can keep her from drinking. She has hepatitis C, you know. She could get alcohol poisoning.
Unbelievable.
What?
You're falling for her.
I didn't tell you because I thought it was an OTO. You know, it's a one-time only kind of thing. And Charlie swore to me that he was going to break it off, and I believed him. Dorian, you should have told me. I was trying to keep you from being hurt any more than you had to be. Seriously, you were so worried about Jessica, right? And I was just afraid that any further bad news would push you right over the edge. And it did. I'm sorry. I tried.
I know. I know you tried. To tell you the truth, Dorian, the minute that woman walked through my front door and called him Chuckles, the writing was on the wall.
She's a sleazy bitch.
Yeah. But I can't put all the blame on Echo. Because Charlie gravitated toward her the instant he found out that they had a son together. And we can thank Clint for that, for tricking them both into thinking that Rex was theirs.
No. Clint did not trick them both.
What does that mean?
There is a reason why I was asking you about Nikki Smith. You see, I gave Nikki something that you need to hear.
What is it?
A recording? Any chance you have it?
I meant what I said when I left that message. I had no intention of breaking my...
Well, you know what your intentions are worth to me.
It's true. You asked me to be a human being, and I thought I'd give it a shot for Charlie's sake, because he's been hurt enough.
Like you care about Charlie.
He's a good and decent man, and if for some strange reason you make him happy, I didn't want to take that away from him.
Then why? Why did you give that tape to Nikki Smith?
I didn't.
Well, then how else did she get it?
Dorian.
Dorian? You gave the tape to Dorian Lord? The most vengeful person on the face of the earth?
I had no choice.
No choice? What the hell does that mean?
Daddy, you can't keep doing that. You can't blame Uncle Clint when I'm the one who pulled the trigger.
And how did you get there, Matthew? You would never have done what you did without provocation, and Clint went out of his way to provide it.
But when I shot Eddie Ford, Uncle Clint was there for me. You can't expect me not to care for him.
You're giving him way too much credit.
He could die, Dad. And I might not ever see him again. Now, I'm not gonna let that happen without me saying goodbye.
Matthew seriously thought his mother was messing around with Eddie Ford? And then it turns out he kidnapped her.
I know, weird, right?
Oh my God.
What?
What if... No, I shouldn't say anything.
Why?
You don't want to know.
Yes, I do.
What if Matthew was defending his mother's honor? What if he confronted Eddie Ford and things got out of hand and Matthew shot him?
Are you crazy?
I know it's a little out there.
A little? Matthew could never kill anyone.
You're probably right. But if he had, he'd be a hero. A kid protecting his mom against some sleazy guy who was trying to hurt her? That wins him a Purple Heart in my book.
But Matthew was nowhere near the Minutemen Motel that night.
How do you know? Was he getting some sugar from you?
No. Look, he had heard his dad was hooking up with Miss Salinger. Never mind.
Salinger? You mean Inez Salinger? Eddie Ford's ex?
Matthew went to her place and saw his dad there. He was too freaked out to stay and see what was really going on. So he just drove around all night.
Poor kid.
Tell me about it.
And this was the same night Eddie Ford had his mom tied up in that motel. Huh.
What?
If Matthew was just driving around all night, what would have stopped him from driving to the motel to pay Mr. Ford a visit? And then maybe they got into it.
Would you stop?
It isn't impossible, is it? It makes sense.
That doesn't mean it happened. So you can't say it on the news.
I can't? Why not?
You can't make me stay here.
You're not going to that hospital, Matthew.
Mom, do something.
Your mom knows as well as I do that it's dangerous.
Dad, he's in the ICU. What could he possibly do to me?
I don't care what kind of shape he's in. I don't trust him with you.
Okay, your father is right, Matthew. You have got to stay here.
Why? You know, if he dies, at least I could say I wanted to see him. But you have to live the rest of your life knowing that you didn't even try to make peace with your brother.
You've kept this inside of you all this time. It must be eating you alive.
There's nothing I could do about it.
Well, you don't have to pretend with me. He's your brother.
No, that guy in the hospital, that is not my brother.
Bo.
You were kidnapped, honey. You were tied up and almost raped by a guy that Clint hired. When he did that, he stopped being my brother. I don't give a damn what happens to him.
I know you say you don't care, but I know you. I was there for all those years with your father, Bo. Asa could hurt you, and he did, over and over again, but you couldn't let him go because he was a part of you. And so is Clint. I mean, you can say you don't give a damn, but I know you do.
No, I don't want to think about Dorian. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to sleep.
No, not until I find out how this happened. Now, I heard that when you collapsed, Dorian was with you. Did she do something to you? Clint, no, stay with me.
What?
You know what I'm asking. Was it so important to Dorian to bring me down that she would have actually... Oh, no. No, she wouldn't. She couldn't.
Guess again.
What, she threatened you?
She would have let me die. Unless I gave her proof that you were lying to Charlie about Rex.
It's a mini cassette recorder. It couldn't have gotten far. Where would Nikki have put it?
I have no idea where Nikki would put anything, and I haven't run across it.
Why don't we look in your bag?
Oh, Dorian, come on. It doesn't matter. My marriage is over. There is no point in... What are you doing? Dorian, what are you...
There it is.
There what is?
A recording of Echo incriminating herself when she didn't know that Clint was recording her.
I just saw Clint. He didn't say a word about this.
He just had a massive heart attack. I think he has other things on his mind. All right? Anyway, that's not important. What's important is that you listen to this.
Wait a minute. No. Wait, I have a question. How did you get this?
You actually think she would have let you die?
Oh, absolutely.
She's a doctor, Clint.
God. A doctor from hell just stood there watching me gasping for breath. Didn't call an ambulance, didn't lift a finger.
She was playing chicken with you and you caved and you sold me out.
Oh, God, Echo, I was willing to keep your secret, but not if it was going to send me to an early grave.
So you gave her what she wanted. You gave her the tape and she handed it over to Nikki. But she never would have done that if she didn't think she was giving it to Vicky.
So does Vicky even know it exists?
That's what I need to find out.
What for? You want my blessing?
No. Clint, I want your silence. Charlie believes that you tricked both of us into thinking Rex was his son. And I wanted to stay that way.
Wait. Are you sure about this?
My pathetic husband wants to put me in a rubber room just to buy back his baby. You know what? Aubrey and Joey are all for it, which means that you are in the same boat I am. We got screwed, Connor. So let's give them a taste of their own medicine.
You think I'm falling for Tess? You're unbelievable. I'd have to be as sick as she is. Yeah, you would. So you're gonna do the right thing or not? Excuse me, the right thing? You just said she was sick. People who are sick need help to get better. And if you expect me to go out there and find Tess, I need to know. Are you ready to send her to St. Anne's?
Wait, Tess, we can't.
Why not? Is it because of Aubrey?
Because we need to keep you from getting locked up. Ford's still alive, which means technically he still has the power to put you away.
Well, what do we do? Run? Where? With what money?
No, I'm not sure running's the answer.
You're not gonna turn me in, are you?
No, far from it.
Well, then what's the plan? Because we're running out of time.
No, we're not. I think I got us a way out.
Maybe there's another way. There isn't. Tess needs treatment. She needs to be in a hospital. No, that's what Aubrey and Joey want. I made a deal with them. I put Tess in St. Anne's. They give me back my son. So what's the problem? Problem is, if I do what they want first, there's no guarantee I'm gonna get my son, and I can end up with nothing. So you're not gonna do it. Shouldn't we make sure that Tess isn't in any kind of trouble? And after we know, I can decide, please. Tess still into Cutter Wentworth? Yeah. I'll start there. I'm going with you. You're not a cop. I'll handle this. She's my wife. And whatever I decide, you can't commit her without me.
You can't just go on the news and say something's true when you don't know for sure. I thought you were a serious journalist.
I am. But now it's time for the public to decide.
Listen to me. Matthew Buchanan is not a murderer. Please, please don't do this.
I'm sorry. I'm running with the story.
You know, you're a bigger gossip monger than Phyllis Rose ever was.
Let's not make this about family obligations.
I'm not. It's just, I know you. I know your heart. I know what you're capable of. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing to care about someone who's loved and protected you when you were too young to protect yourself.
Our son is too young to protect himself. But he killed a man. He's gonna have to live with that for for the rest of his life. And you're going to have to live with what that lowlife did after he kidnapped
Okay,
you.
I can handle that. Please do not turn your back on Clint out of loyalty to me. I don't want that. And Matthew doesn't want that either.
Matthew doesn't know what he wants.
Oh. Let me tell you a little story, okay? Last year, when you were shot, I was terrified. I thought I was going to lose you, and we just found each other again. And Clint hadn't spoken to us in months for obvious reasons. I mean, he was so full of bitterness and resentment. It was hard to look at him. But he came, Bo. He came to that hospital, and he went into your hospital room, and he begged you to fight for your life. Now, could you do any less for him?
Vicky was here just a little while ago, and she didn't say anything about the recording. Maybe she thought I would take a turn for the worse if she did.
Maybe. But you know, that tape wouldn't mean anything to Nikki Smith, so maybe she just got rid of it.
Oh, that'd be a lucky break for you, wouldn't it?
Well, maybe I deserve a little luck, Clint. Been waiting years to have a second chance to start over, and finally Charlie and I have a chance to be happy together, as long as Vicky doesn't see that tape. How long ago was she here?
Not long. And when she left, she said she was gonna go see her brother.
Maybe she's still in the hospital. Maybe I still have a chance. I'm not too late.
I don't believe this.
I can. The woman doesn't have an honest bone in her body.
Charlie was so sure. He must have told me 1,000 times that Echo had no idea that Clint was Rex's father.
Which is why he has to know the truth now so that he can dump Echo on her duplicitous derriere.
Well, we don't know that that will happen, do we?
Nothing is going to happen if you stand by and do nothing. She's going to steal your husband on false pretenses. No good, Charlie. Play him that tape and show Echo the kind of woman you really are.
Dad, that is a really good idea. I mean, Gina won't take the money, but maybe she'll let Taya take her case.
Yeah, and if she doesn't, I have some associates with time on their hands who specialize in escorting people out of town.
I'm glad you said that.
Why, are you going to take me up on it?
No, I just know that I have my dad back. You're not gonna answer that?
No, right now. Tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap. You'd be surprised how sleeping for weeks makes you.
I'm so glad that you woke up. Sweet dreams.
I don't know, Red. It feels wrong.
We'll go inside, and if it still feels wrong, then turn around and we'll go home, no questions asked. Oh, Bo, come here. Look at me. Look at me. I survived. Despite Eddie Ford. You don't have to make Clint pay for that. And you don't have to punish Clint for what happened with Matthew, okay? Because you and I are going to make sure that our son does not suffer for what Clint drove him to do. Matthew will be all right.
Destiny, what's wrong? Are you all right?
No, and I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
About what?
Blanca Morales thinks you killed Eddie Ford.
I don't know what's in my IV, but it's packing a hell of a punch. I'd almost swear that my brother was here.
Well, I'm as surprised to be here as you are to see me. How you doing?
You really want to know?
Well, I'm here. What do the doctors say?
They say I'm dying.
Oh, Vicky, wait, don't go anywhere. I have something to tell you.
About this?
Yeah.
What's your hurry?
I have to tell Vicky. Where is she going?
Take a wild guess.
She just needs to know that there's been a mistake.
A mistake? A mistake? Well, I'm sure Charlie will be able to straighten it out because that's where she's going now.
Wentworth, open up, police.
Tess? Tess, are you in there? We need to talk.
I need you to open the door, now. Maybe they already left.
Maybe she was never even here.
Yeah. Because my daughter was in the room. Yeah, she's gone now. What do you want?